Yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, predicting the game between the Niners and the Eagles happening this Sunday in Philadelphia. I apologize for not having my edge-to-edge video out on Monday. I'm going to be having it out on Wednesday. I had a lot of stuff going on in terms of family and stuff because I'm in California. I didn't have time to make the video, but I have time right now to make the prediction one because I do want to predict this game. Do want to talk about the 49ers and Lions game. Also talk about the Eagles when they played the Falcons week 1. I hope you guys are having a great Tuesday. Nothing too crazy for me. Let's just get this started. Before I do, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to definitely help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Have a new podcast out if you guys want to check it out. Link will be in the description below. Also, TikTok page, link in the description below as well. Let's get this started. 49ers versus Eagles prediction. Who is going to win this game? Okay, so prediction. Who am I going to pick to win this game? As you all know, I'm going to be talking about the tail of the tape, see what each team did last week, week 1. 49ers, they ended up winning the game against Detroit 41-33. To be honest with you, it shouldn't have been this close. The 49ers were up 41-17. They allowed Jared Goff and company to try to make a comeback. They kind of almost did. I was very concerned. George Kittle had a missed onside kick. Also, Deebo Samuel fumbled at the end of his play, almost setting up the Eagles to tie the game. That would have been very disappointing right there. But at the end, other than that, they had a great performance when they were actually playing real football and not choking or anything like that. Jimmy Garoppolo was on point. Probably one of his best games as a 49er in a very long time since the Saints game in 2019. I was impressed overall. The defense, a lot of people are having a little less faith on the defense, and that could be a legit concern because Jason Verrett's going to be out for the rest of the season, but we have other guys that we can look forward to. Coming up, we have Drake Kirkpatrick. I don't know how you guys feel about him. He's a serviceable cornerback, and I think he could be a much better option than Dante Johnson. He's just getting lit up all day on Sunday. Also, Josh Norman, it could be his chance to shine under these circumstances. So I'm excited for the quarterback position, but at the same time, I'm still a little bit concerned. Overall, great performance from the 49ers, minus the choking at the end. That's all we can lead up to. The Philadelphia Eagles, they ended up winning their game against the Atlanta Falcons 32-6. They absolutely dominated this one and didn't choke at all. Jalen Hurts, he was probably the MVP of the game. 264 yards, 3 touchdowns. Miles Sanders, he had a great game as well. Devontae Smith making his debut. He was awesome. Jalen Reagor, he was awesome as well. To see these guys from last year when they were just doing nothing and having a lot of trouble to playing great football with Jalen, that's amazing right there. Defensively, they would dominate Atlanta, and that's all I can pretty much say right there. It looks like a very compelling matchup. I'm hoping this is not the matchup like last year where the 49ers got dominated by the Eagles because Nick Mullins couldn't do anything. We have a better quarterback now in Jimmy G this time around. He was out last year in the meeting. There's a lot to look forward to in this one. If I look for some important matchups for this game, I would say the quarterbacks, whoever perform better, Jimmy or Jalen, both of them are going to have great games in my opinion. Defenses can be stingy. Philadelphia, they do have a little bit of concerns on the backside, just like the 49ers, but up front, they're a very, very tough group to beat. Last year, we had a lot of problems against them, and I think we'll have a little bit of problems this year, although the offensive line for the 49ers, it's much, much better than last year. We have a complete, great 49er O-line led by Alex Mack and Trent Williams. I'm excited for that, definitely. 49ers defensive line, if they can keep dominating like they did in the first 3 quarters against Detroit, I think it's going to be a great game for them. Nick Bosa, not too bad of a game. He wasn't having his all-star game like he did in previous games and whatever. He was quiet by Penei Sewell, which is the first-round rookie for them in Detroit. Dee Ford, he made his return. That was awesome. I was happy to see him. And if he can just play a little bit more time, I think this defensive line is going to be unstoppable in my opinion. Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, they're big MVPs, especially in week 1. They did a great job in the matchup. There's just a lot to look forward to for the 49ers in particular. The Eagles as well, they have a very bright future with a new coach and a new quarterback, I would say. I mean, he played last year, but this is his first year fully starting. I think he's going to have a bright time in Philadelphia. Talking all about that, talking about the 49ers and having to dominate the trenches as always. Jimmy G has to be on point. The running game led by Elijah Mitchell, most likely since Mostert's probably going to be out for a bit. That's going to be a big factor as well. And the Eagles, if you're the 49ers, you better watch out for that defense. It can be very stingy. It can get to the quarterback. The O-line has to do a good job on protecting him. So if I had to pick a team to win this game, who am I going to pick? I'm actually going to be picking the San Francisco 49ers to win this game. I think the 49ers, they have to stay motivated. I don't think they're going to have a big collapse like they did in Detroit week 1. If they're going to play really strong, they're going to end very strong. Garoppolo, he's going to have his game like in Detroit. I don't know if it's going to be as amazing because Philadelphia's defense is a lot better than Detroit's, but we'll see. Deebo Samuel, I expect him to be a big factor in this game because, as I say, when Deebo plays, we win most of the time. And he should be the number one receiver in my opinion. A lot of people would say Brandon Ayuk, but I'm always going with Deebo because he can do everything that you can expect for him on the offense, and also he can block too. Brandon Ayuk is not really the best at that. That's very unforgiving for Kyle Shanahan if you can't block as a receiver because they do a lot of RPOs and run plays, definitely. I'm expecting to have another big game. Defensively for the 49ers, they have to stay on point. They have to get to Jalen Hurts because he's a mobile quarterback, and I think the 49ers can win this game. If I had to pick a final score for the 49ers, I would say they would win this game about 28-21 49ers. I'm hoping I'm right. I was right against Detroit for the most part in terms of winning the game. I'm hoping to get another victory, definitely. And the NFC West is tough ever so often. Every team has won a game week 1. We have to keep it up with them. That's it, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about prediction, who you have winning this game. I like what you guys say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up hopefully tomorrow on a Wednesday when I do my edge to edge. Bye, guys. Love y'all. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.